Swamp creatures, monsters, hot chicks. Who could ask for anything more? Let's see some blood.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
And we open the movie with the movie title. Monster. When did this change its name? And we start off with Hank and his small hick crew on a boat, and they're heading out to go catch some fish. And over on another boat, it looks like they've caught something big as fuck. But this stupid kid forgot to fill the gas tank and they can't pull up the line. But they need his help. But he fucks up and he drops the gas everywhere. And then his day gets better as the little fucker falls into the water. Talk about a bad fucking day.
I gotta save him!
He's fucked, and there's no saving that kid. But this stupid fucker goes to shoot a flare like a dumbass and he trips like a fucking idiot. And they're all fucked. Later that night over at Jim's house, the dog has heard some noises and he wants to go investigate. But this dog didn't expect this shit to go down. And that dog's fucked. Now the next day they go to find the dog and they find him and they think, what the fuck's up with this shit? And over at the dock, the same thing has happened to everyone's dogs. And Hank can't believe this shit.
That's funny. The only dog left alive is the Indians.
Conspiracies, I tell ya. Now later that night over at some hot chick's house, she's hearing some noises that are spooking her in her lingerie. Nah, it was just her fuckhead boyfriend. And they head over to the local hick festival. Looks exciting. So exciting they fuck off to the back of the ute for a quick root. Now back inside the festival, it gets interrupted by this Indian guy. He's pissed that some cunt has killed his dog too. And that shit just turns into a big ass fight outside. But the sheriff stops it and we move on to the next day. So this couple still hasn't got to finish their route from last night in the back of their ute. So they go down to the beach to find a nice little hidden place. Without any interruption. Looks like he tripped. Maybe not, but I think he might be okay. That's gonna need some stitches. And she just runs like fuck, not even seeing if he's still fucking alive. But this monster catches her. See, he's still fucking alive. And the monster drags her away for his pleasure and rapes her? What the fuck? And we move on to later that arvo, a little bit down the beach. And another couple about to have some sexy time in their beach tent. But very rudely interrupted. He's fucked. And she runs like fuck. But the monster likes what he sees and he catches up with that ass. And he... yeah, no way. And he has his way with this chick too. He's a horny fucking monster, isn't he? But who can blame him with all these beautiful girls? And we move on. Over at the Indian's cabin, Hank and the other hicks, they decide to give that Indian a little bit of a present. The present of blowing the fuck out of his cabin. Real pieces of work. Now this douchebag friend of the Indian, he thinks he sees the hicks and he opens fire. But he's fucked, and the monster just plays with him like a cat does with a mouse. But Indian ain't afraid of no cunt, and he comes to help his douchebag friend out. And fucks the monster up. Guns rule! Now down the track, douchebag's girlfriend has taken the car to go get help. How the fuck did he get there so fast after being shot? But she fucks him up and drives on. But this monster gives no fucks. and she loses control of the car. Hopefully the Indian guy had insurance on that car, because that car and her, they're both fucked. And surely the monster died from that explosion. And we move on to the next day. And the Indian, Jim, and the biologist, they go searching for what killed his brother. And they head over to the beach and they find what they're looking for. And sometimes you don't always like what you find.
There's your evidence.
And I'd run like a motherfucker. But these guys give no fucks about swamp monster rapists. And he doesn't go down straight away. But he's fucked now. But he's not the only ugly fucker on this beach. And fucks him up. And this cunt's not giving a fuck, he's just mowing these motherfuckers down. Now this Indian fellow is getting fucked up in the water, but have no fear, Jim's a killing machine. And the biologist lady, she starts acting like the fucking paparazzi, taking photos and shit, and finds Peggy's body all fucked up.
She's still alive. Let's get her out of here.
Well, she looks fucked up, and while taking more photos like a son of a bitch. Good work, Indian guy. And we move on to the lab.
What the hell are these things anyway?
Fucking monster, you dumb cunt. Go on then, so what are they?
It starts out as a fish, but is humanoid in its final stage.
Get fucked.
It's my theory that these creatures are driven to mate with man now.
So they were having sexy time with those girls, and we move on to the town festival. It's a big gathering with rides and shit, and it looks like these monsters are here to join the party. Now over at the dock, the biologist and Jim decide to show everyone the monster so they can be warned. But these little cunts start popping up all over the place. And every cunt is shitting their pants. But not Indian guy. Standing his ground and fucking them up. They don't learn to stay away. But these monsters don't give a fuck when there's so many beautiful women around. And you're about to get rooted. And he doesn't give a fuck about sex in public. And people are getting fucked up and rooted left, right and center. And this guy had no chance in hell. And this cunt's off his head. In the meantime, the biologist and Jim, they're spraying the water with petrol gas. But on land, all these monsters want to do is fuck all the girls, but at least some of the girls are fighting back. They don't want no swamp cock. And it's good to see even the kids are fighting back against these fucking monsters. Now biologist, she sets the water on fire, hoping to burn all these motherfuckers to hell. And over on the dock, that nasty racist Hank is about to get what he deserves. But he's a lucky son of a bitch. Because Indian guy just saved his ass. And now he's looking remorseful about being so racist. I personally would have just watched the cunt die. And the humans rally together and fuck these monster bastards up. That's fucking teamwork. And the biologist's plan has worked, burning all these motherfuckers alive in the water. But there's still one left on land, and it wants Jim's wife. But she knows how to blind this motherfucker. Burnt his eyes to fuckery. Now to slice his cunt up. And a mighty fine job indeed. Jim comes home and almost gets stabbed, but all is okay, and it's over. It's the next morning and it's chaos in the whole town, with dead bodies everywhere. But at least all the monsters are gone. We move on to the hospital to see monster attack survivor Peggy, and she's in a little bit of pain and grief.
That's it. Go on, Peggy. Push.
Oh nice, she survived the monster and moved on with her life. She's now having his baby. Oh shit, that shit's fucked. And shit's fucked. The end. Well, 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 what a fucking twisted fucking director and writer this was. I'd never seen this before. I did not know that women got raped by monsters. I probably wouldn't have watched it and then done this review if I knew it had monsters raping girls in it. But I watched it, so I had to review it because I liked it. Not because of that, they were just breeding, so that was a part of the story. They were just breeding to continue their monster legacy. The monsters didn't look half bad. The monsters actually looked pretty fucking good. And I 100% would watch this again. I really, really did enjoy it. The story was cool. The Indian guy was actually very, very good actor. He played his part good. Jim was good and the biologists were very good. Everyone played, they were all budget nobodies, but they all played their role pretty damn good. And I can see the direction the director wanted when he was trying to film this and tell the story. If it was remade, I don't think this movie should be remade, but it has potential, but I think it's a little bit of a one-of-a-kind story that you don't want to redo. So apart from that, this one's going to get 6 out of 10 blood popcorns. I don't think it deserves anything lower, and I don't think it deserves anything higher, but it's definitely one that you need to have a watch because it was definitely entertaining. And unfortunately, yes, I've spoiled stuff for you, but like, I'd never seen it before, and I was fucking shocked to see some of that stuff. So, and I don't get shocked very often, and I was like, holy shit, is that monster raping that hot chick? I'm gonna keep watching because monster and hot chick interrelationship is fine. Look it up, it's not a problem. Monsters need loving too. So 6 out of 10 blood popcorns. I'm gonna be back with some of those extra episodes that I've been doing. Yeah, I've been testing out a few different new cameras as well. I've been using the old camera for those episodes, and then the new camera now for the retro reviews. But I'm going to use this one, I think, for now on. Anyway, guys, like, subscribe, do what the fuck you want. I'll be back next week with what am I doing? I know what I'm doing. I forget, but we will bring it back next week. Retro reviews. Okay. I'll see you next time. Like, subscribe, do what the fuck you want. See you.